All right, welcome back from spring break, everybody. We're going to spend a couple days just kind of doing a quick review since we haven't been in session for about a week and a day, and just kind of cover what we've been doing the past couple weeks here. I went ahead and put up here some calculator shortcuts, and this will make life a little bit easier because we don't always want to use the Pythagorean theorem, but you can, if you're comfortable with using the Pythagorean theorem, then keep using that. But there are some easier shortcut methods that we'll use on this review here to find out what the results are. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and cover 17. Get my pen ready. I'm going to cover 17 and 19 with everybody. All right, so let's start off with number 17. So what we're looking for is we need to find all angles and all sides. And we can immediately go ahead and knock out the angles part, because what we'll do is take 180 degrees and we're just going to subtract the angles that we have. So we're going to subtract 90 and we're going to subtract 62. And that will give us what angle A is, which is 28 degrees. So we know now that angle A is 28 degrees. Let's see if I can make that a little thinner. Put 28 in there. All right, so now what we need to do is figure out what our missing sides are. All right, and the only side they gave us is B. So we need to find the hypotenuse and what side A is. So the first part we can do is utilize this chart that I gave you guys. And so what we can look at is, all right, I've got what angle B is, and that's 62 degrees, and I've got what angle A is. So I can kind of pick and choose where I want to work. Do I want to work with angle A or do I want to work with angle B? I'm going to work with angle A. All right, and if I use angle A, I can look at this chart and I have angle A's adjacent side, which is right here, 22.6, but I don't have the opposite or my hypotenuse of this triangle. So I'm going to set up an equation, and what I'm going to use is my tangent function, because my tangent puts the opposite side over the adjacent side. So let's go ahead and say the tangent of angle A equals the opposite side over the adjacent side. So my opposite side I don't know yet, so I'm going to put A for the opposite, and my adjacent side is 22.6. All right, and like we were doing last week, we were moving 22.6 over to the other side by multiplying it on both sides. So when I multiply it on both sides, I get this equation. I get 22.6 times the tangent of angle A, which is 28 degrees, equals side A. So what we're going to do is we're going to put all of this right here into the calculator. All right, and I'm going to get A is approximately 12.01, and we'll just say that that's 12. All right, so side A is going to equal 12. All right, now at this point we can use the Pythagorean theorem, or we can go ahead and use another function. And so what we're going to do is we're going to use the secant. We're going to use the secant of angle B. And the secant of angle B is this. The secant of angle B is telling me that it's the hypotenuse over the adjacent side. All right, so the secant of angle B equals the hypotenuse, which we don't know, over its adjacent side. And its adjacent side is what we found out as 12. All right. So we're going to do the same thing we did right here with the tangent. And let's rewrite it into an equation. So we're going to get 12 times the secant of angle B, which is 62 degrees, equals side C. Okay. Now, if you have a calculator that doesn't have certain functions, we can use a shortcut. So in my calculator, I'm actually going to type in 12 times secant is 1 over cosine. I know my calculator has the cosine button, so I'm going to use this shortcut right here. Here's where we use our shortcuts. So I'm going to say times 1 over cosine 62 equals side C. Now, when you type all that into your calculator, you're going to get 25.6. And that is side C. Okay. So we found all angles and sides. And I didn't use the Pythagorean theorem. I used my shortcuts and my calculator. All right, so let's take a look now at number 19. We can start number 19 the same exact way by looking for angle A by just subtracting everything from 180. So I've got 180 minus 90 minus 42, which gives me 48 degrees. All right, so there is angle A. So I'm going to put that over here, 48 degrees. Now, what I need to do is what I just did with number 17. I'm going to need to find what my hypotenuse is and the opposite of angle A, or you could say the adjacent side of B, whatever way you want to look at it. Okay, so let's first start off like we did, and let's just keep it simple, and we're going to use the tangent function. So the tangent of angle A is going to equal my opposite side. The opposite side of angle A is A over 4.5. Okay, and just like we did over here with number 17, we're going to do the same exact way. Let's set up our equation as 4.5 times the tangent of angle A, which is 48 degrees, equals side A. All right, and once we put all this in the calculator, we come up with A equals 5. All right. So I've got side A now as 5. The only thing left to do is find out the measure of our hypotenuse. Okay. So what we're going to do is work with using these shortcuts. And what I'm going to do is look at angle. I'm going to keep using angle A, and we're going to use I'm picking the cosecant function. The cosecant function is telling me that the hypotenuse is on top of the opposite side. So when I work back here, let's set up our new equation as the cosecant of angle A equals C over 5. And I picked that one because 5 is easy to work with. All right, so what we're going to do now is put it into an equation of 5 times the cosecant of angle A, okay, equals C. But my calculator doesn't have the cosecant button. It just has sine, cosine, and tangent. So what I'm going to do is take the shortcut, and I'm going to say 5 times, our shortcut for cosecant is 1 on top of sine. So 1 over sine. Angle A is 48 degrees equals C. All right, I'm going to move my work over here. And I'm going to put everything right here into my calculator. I'm going to type in 5 times 1 over sine 48. And I will get what C equals. And we get C equals 6.7. All right. Again, if you have any questions, email or message me. Your homework assignment is going to be numbers 18 and 20.